Hi, I'm Coley.
And I'm Carol.
And we're here today in the AF office. We're going to answer some of your frequently asked questions. So one of the most commonly asked questions we get is, do I have to bleach my hair? And the answer to that is really, it depends.
For sure, if you want to get hair that's bright and vibrant like this, you're going to want to bleach it probably to about a level 10. That's where I started. But for some darker colors, you can get a pretty good tint putting some of our more pigmented shades over that.
Yeah, it all just depends on kind of the color that you're aiming for. In general, the darker your base hair color, the darker and more subtle a color on top is going to turn out. So if you do want a bright color, bleaching is going to be your best option. If you don't mind a little bit of just a tint, then maybe you can skip it.
On average, the color will last you about 4 to 8 weeks if you're applying it to bleached hair, but on unbleached hair, there's some other factors involved.
That's true. Unbleached hair will usually lose color faster. You'll probably see closer to just 2 to 4 weeks. It also just depends on factors like the specific color you're using, how often you wash your hair, that kind of thing. In general, a darker color is going to have more pigment. More pigment means the color is going to last longer. There are a lot of steps you can take to help your color last longer. The main one that is usually easiest for everybody to do is wash your hair in cold water using a sulfate-free, color-safe shampoo and conditioner. Kind of sucks taking a cold shower, but that's going to be the best option for the life of your color.
Dry shampoo is also your best friend.
Yes. The longer you can go between washes, the longer your color is gonna last. Something that not a lot of people know, but actually has a really big effect on your color is high heat styling. So if you are frequently curling or straightening your hair, you're probably gonna see the color fade faster because high heat can burn the pigment right out of your hair strand. You can like look up videos on YouTube and stuff just to see, you know, someone taking the straightener over the extension and the semi-permanent color just burns right out, it's gone. It can be hard to completely cut heat styling out of your routine, so just limit it as much as you can, and when you do, turn the heat setting down as much as you can get away with.
Another really good way that you can help your color last longer is by adding a little bit of your leftover Arctic Fox to your conditioner. That way, when you're conditioning your hair, you're also adding a little color in there, so that'll help for sure. So to get rid of your color, you can pretty much use the opposite methods you use to keep your color lasting longer. So wash with hot water, use a dandruff shampoo, a clarifying shampoo, that'll definitely help pull the color out.
And if you need the color all out, kind of all at once, you can use a color remover that is meant specifically for semi-permanent direct dyes.
Also, keep in mind that if you're trying to transition to another color, color correcting is always an option. If you need help with transitioning from one color to another, you can always reach out to us on social or via customer service, and we're happy to help.
But of course, if you're ever unsure, the best option is always to consult a professional hairstylist, hairdresser. The safety of your hair is always worth that extra investment.
3, 2, 1.
No!
Definitely not. All Arctic Fox colors are semi-permanent direct dyes, which means that they do not have any lightening component. They don't contain any kind of harsh chemicals such as peroxide, ammonia, PPD, any of the things in permanent dyes that can cause damage to your hair. Arctic Fox colors contain none of those.
Our color is actually so safe that it would double as a hair mask. When you're coloring your hair, you're actually basically doing a deep condition as well. So how much color you're gonna need is actually gonna depend on your hair length, type, and thickness. For example, for my hair, I usually use about 3.5 8-ounce bottles.
In comparison, I can usually get away with half of a 4-ounce bottle because obviously my hair is much shorter. I have kind of thick hair, but not nearly as much as Carol, of course. And the good thing is that the dye is still good in the bottle for up to 12 months after opening. So even if you have some left over, you still have plenty of time to keep it around, use it for touch-ups.
And you can always use leftover color to create new shades.
You can find Arctic Fox hair colors at Hot Topic stores in the US and Canada, and currently Sally Beauty in the US, but we are working with them to hopefully be available in more international Sally stores, hopefully in the upcoming year.
We're also available through a couple of our international vendors, and for more info on that, again, you can always reach out to us via social or customer service.
And of course, you can always find it online on our website, arcticfoxhaircolor.com. The 3 charities we donate to are Second Chance Animal Services, the Animal Hope and Wellness Foundation, and the International Fund for Animal Welfare. That's a good question. What are the best colors for dark hair? Typically, you're gonna wanna stick with similarly dark, highly pigmented colors to get a visible tint over dark hair.
So Purple Rain.
Yes,
Sunset Orange.
Purple Rain.
Aquamarine's fantastic, really good for covering darker hair.
I think any of the really kind of darker colors, like Purple Rain is just the go-to. It covers basically everything.
Pretty much everything.
I actually did wrath over my hair one time. My hair is naturally very dark and I bleach it, but I tried wrath over my natural hair one time to give kind of a nice reddish tint to it in the sunlight. That was fun.
Yeah, if we're talking about medium brown hair, you have pretty good luck with any of those shades. So for coloring brassy blonde hair, you might have more luck with shades like Virgin Pink, Violet Dream. What else would you say?
Purple Rain again kind of covers everything. In general, if you've got kind of warmer tones going on in your base, a similar warm color is going to turn out better on top of it.
So a question that we definitely get a lot on social, and I'm sure you get a lot in customer service, is what is Arctic Mist?
What is Arctic Mist? So Arctic Mist is a diluter. It is basically our dye base with no pigment added to it.
You can pretty much use it as your base to create any custom color.
So Arctic Mist has no lightening properties. It won't do anything to the color of your hair if you apply it by itself. What you want to do with it instead is put it in your mixing bowl about as much as you think you'll need to cover your hair, and then add in a few drops of your other darker color basically and mix it together until you get the pastel shade that you like.
Yes, you absolutely can mix Arctic Fox colors. Best practice, you're gonna wanna start with the lighter color and then go in with your darker color. It's just gonna give you better control over your ending result. For example, one of my favorite color mixes is actually this lime green right here, which you can get using Neon Moon and Iris Green.
One of my favorite mixes I've ever done is I did a base of sterling with a little bit of Purple Rain mixed in, and it made this really nice smoky amethyst color. Unfortunately, no, you cannot get a lighter color on top of a darker base. Think of it kind of using like a highlighter on a piece of dark paper, you know? So the base needs to be lighter than the color you're putting on top of it in order for the color to be visible. And with a pastel, it's a very light color, you need a light base.
So Coley, what is your favorite Arctic Fox shade?
I think if I had to choose a favorite, it would probably be Cosmic Sunshine.
A good choice, a good choice. For me, definitely Electric Paradise.
Love it. We hope you found this helpful. If you have any other questions, you can email us at support@arcticfoxusa.com.
And you can always reach out to us on social media. Our Instagram is @Arctic Fox Hair Color.